Whiskey Wednesday live. So we'll be on from 8 to 9 p.m. today. Finally have my setup going. I have my little chat next to me. Fortunately, I have to see it, like a little delay. But we're going to be doing a Whiskey Wednesday today, as we should be every week moving forward. Just sitting here gabbing, talking about whiskey, drinking whiskey, and enjoying our Wednesday. Just got back from Fort Myers on Sunday, so had a lot of fun on that trip. So anybody has questions about that, anybody's taken a trip themselves recently, this would be a good day to do that. Just reminiscing of the fact that I'm back in Ohio. It's cold out. Was in 80-degree weather, palm trees, watching baseball, drinking whiskey, smoking cigars with my friends, and now I'm back in Ohio, sitting in my my extra room, drinking bourbon. What's going on? Torn between bottles. How's it going, man? Yo, beard lunchbox. What's up, man? Yeah, just it's gonna be a weekly thing for me. So every week, I'm trying to find a good time. Did 9 o'clock last week, and then I had to wake up 5 hours later. So doing 8 o'clock this week. We'll see what everybody thinks. If people want it a little later, a little earlier, can be done. So just want to do it at a time that works best for everybody. How you guys doing? All right. Okay. Still trying to figure out this live thing. So I don't know why it's so difficult. Like, can't see the chat. What you got there? Oh, so yeah, this is the 20-year rye from Watershed Distillery. It is finished in Oloroso sherry casks from Spain specifically. Believe this is actually Canadian. Yeah, this is Canadian rye. Western Reserve Distillery is in Lakewood, Ohio, right outside of Cleveland, Ohio. When they started out, they just bought a bunch of stuff from Canada and ended up actually buying, I believe, their grain that they're using to distill from Canada as well. Getting ready for bed. Figured I would jump in for a few. Well, hey, man, appreciate you coming in, man. Cheers, gents. What's we drinking? So yeah, getting back in since you asked me. Asked everybody. Call me old fashioned. So, 20-year rye from Western Reserve Distillery. It's from Canada. The distillery itself is in Lakewood, Ohio. This thing is insane. So it's $125 for a 20-year rye whiskey. And if you go to the distillery on a Wednesday, it is half price for their flights. So you could do like a flight. It's like, this is, I believe, like one of their $8 options for a 1 ounce of it. So you can do like, 4 1 ounces for half off. That's what I did. And I was just like, all right, yeah, it's pretty good. And then I bought it and I was like, wow, this is probably one of my favorite ryes. So definitely going to have to go back and check that out. Is anybody Arabic? I am not. I can't speak for anybody else, but yeah, what is everybody else drinking? I know it's Wednesday. It's a weeknight. People have work in the morning, but just thought I'd ask and see what everybody's getting into. I think last week was very engaged, so super happy about that. Just talk shit for an hour is great. Winchester has released 2 bourbons. Oh, where's Winchester at? Was that Scott? I believe we talked about Winchester last week, if I'm not mistaken. Is that one of the ones that's in New York? Well, I had a list somewhere. Actually, I think it's pulled up on here. I saved it and closed it. I'm not going to fiddle with that right now, but had some Elijah Craig. Ooh, Elijah Craig is nice. A little disappointed in their recent barrel proofs. I feel like a lot of people are, but Garrison Brothers Sonora. All right, heard a lot of good stuff about Garrison Brothers. Is it good? Is that something I should be looking for? Ugly Dog, Michigan. Okay, that's right. So I have a list of stuff from like Michigan, New York. I believe somebody also gave me some recommendations for Texas. It's on my little notepad on my laptop over here, and I saved the note and closed it. It's probably open that back up at some point, just because I know somebody's gonna say some stuff that I'm gonna want to try, and that's my whole thing is I'm trying everything. So the only bad whiskey in my head is one that you haven't tried yet. Yeah, last week was Wheel Wheel Horse Cigar, Art of the Spirit, Old Forester, Barrel Strength Split Decision, and Evernorth from the Bourbon Junkies. I actually entered the I think that's what is that Found North lottery for the 20-year Peregrine. $225 MSRP. I mean, for a 20-year bottle, I mean, a little bit over what I'd want to pay. I feel like if it was $200, it'd be perfect. But everything I'm seeing, everything I'm reading, everything I saw from last year's, which I did not get selected for last year, was amazing. So I'm really excited to hopefully get one of these Found North to find out tomorrow. Acquired. Okay, I've heard of the Cowboy Bourbon. I've heard the Cowboy Bourbon is probably the one I've heard of the most. That, and I believe they have like a melon something. Maybe honeydew. I see them a lot. Like, it is, I feel like the Garrison Brothers, like, wax is almost as recognizable now for me as the, honeydew. Almost as recognizable as, like, the Maker's Mark wax, because it's just, like, in your face. And I like honeydew, so maybe that's one bottle I try. I know the Cowboy Bourbon is a little bit on the higher end for price, but maybe that's something I try here soon. But I'm gonna take note of that Winchester though, because I want to make sure I don't forget that. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of whiskey nowadays. Is like all of these like different releases are gonna just jump up in price. Like I said, the Peregrine's $225. I mean, and like you're gonna start seeing a lot of like these. I don't want to say random distilleries, but like, and I don't want to say craft either, but basically craft distilleries, like non-legacy distillers, are gonna start charging a lot more money for their whiskey. Glenlivet. Fort Bet is a Scottish whiskey. Oh yeah, not a big Scotch guy. I think Lagavulin 16 is probably like would be my go-to Scotch. Been to Scotland. Was on the train to I believe it's Perth, Scotland, from Edinburgh, and some guy offered me coffee. I said no. He said, "Well, there's whiskey in it," and I said, well, "I don't drink coffee." He's like, "Well, here's the whiskey." And that was the first time I ever actually tried Scotch. I was, I think 19, 20 years old at the time on a train at 8 o'clock in the morning heading up north to the Scottish Highlands. And, oh yeah, attending our first Bourbon Fest in Michigan, the 21st. Oh, nice. Didn't know they did a Bourbon Fest up there in Michigan. Which one is that? I know Ohio, we do the Brews Bourbon Barbecue Fest. Wonder if it's anything like that. Knob Creek 21. Yeah, oh, Knob Creek is on my list. That 21 is just, it's inviting. And I'm just like, it's so expensive. Even MSRP is expensive. And like, I want it so bad. I heard it's like some Okies and some not. Any giveaways tonight? Not tonight. So once we hit 1,000 subscribers, that's when I'll do my next giveaway. That's going to be the E.H. Taylor small batch. Did not like Scotch. See, I liked it. I had I think it was like a very like, normal. I think it was the famous grouse. But yeah, sorry, man. Would love to do more, but I feel like once we hit certain points, I think that's the best time to do giveaways. Just kind of more of like a celebratory thing. Lakeshore Bourbon Fest in Stevensonville. Oh, cool. What part of Michigan is that? Is that UP? Is that in the Mitt? I guess technically it would look a little closer to this. I don't know if it's flipped or not. Nope, I was right the first time. Yep. Southwest. Oh, okay. So probably towards like, oh, because you're Indiana. So probably towards like Kalamazoo ish area. I'm really bad with the Michigan cities. I've been to Kalamazoo once. I think it's like the most southwest I've been in Michigan. But oh, that's cool. Hopefully you enjoy that. 249 to 350. 249 sounds decent enough. 350 is crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I would spend 350 in a Knob Creek 21. I think I'd much rather go to a bar and find a pour of it for an insane amount of money and go from there. I feel like a Knob Creek 21 price probably close to like 40, 50 bucks a pour. Which is actually, there's a bar near me that I find George T. Stagg at for, I think like $30 a pour. They also do like their Willet Purple Top at $30 a pour. And I'm like, that's fine by me. I think I've tried my first 3 George T. Staggs there at 30 bucks a pour. I tried my first Thomas H. Handy there for 30 bucks a pour. And I tried my first Willet Purple Top there for 30 bucks a pour. And I'm like, yeah, decent prices. And then I went to a bar in downtown Cleveland and paid $65 for a pour of Sazerac 18 right after that. I was like, this is terrible. Sazerac 18, $65 a pour. I'm drinking George T. Stagg earlier. It is honestly not amazing for that price. So I don't think Sazerac 18 is anything I'm going to be drinking soon enough. It's freaking smooth. Oh, nice. I'm going to have to, let me write that down, the Sonora. I'm just going to take a look heavier into the Garrison Brothers stuff. Sonora. Yeah, I'm doing going on my whiskey hunt Saturday morning and then posting it that same day. Hopefully something crazy drops. I know a lot of people in Ohio are sitting here expecting a surprise drop here soon. They did one last year. I think that's when I ended up with my it was my Rock Hill Farms, Weller 12, and Elmer T. Lee. It's like an hour west of Kalamazoo. Wow. Did not know Kalamazoo was that far east. That's fun. Yeah, because I think Western Michigan is in Kalamazoo. And I went there with some friends. Have you ever tried the Tin Cup 14? I have not. That's on my list. So I know the 14er is like only like 85-ish bucks. I was going to buy it off the site. I'm like, I'll wait and see if Ohio gets it because like they have Tin Cup some places. And I was hoping I'd find the 14 because I do not want to pay shipping. But very much want to try it. I know it's under 90 proof. But I mean, at 14 years, I feel like that maturity level is going to be great for it. I will make sure I stay away from the small batch. I feel like that's an amazing metaphor. I feel like maybe I buy an old glove and I lick the glove and then I try the small batch, see which one's better. Oh, message held for review. Oh. It's a whole lot of middle finger emojis. Someone tried commenting a bunch of middle finger emojis. Not sure how it blocked it, but that's cool. I don't know why so many middle finger emojis are coming through, but hey, all good. But yeah, a leather glove from the 7th game of the World Series is crazy. Love that, though. Oh, that's a cool little emoji. I love these new emojis, man. Every time I see them, I feel like they're just getting a little more creative every time. All right, next pour. So this is from Oaked. This is a single barrel Green River, 124.8 proof. Got a nice little tater sticker. I'm not even sure if I'm able to show this here on screen, but I still will because I am not monetized, so I don't care. But it is a nice little AI lady sticker. This one is the Tropical Candied Fruit. So Oaked is a Facebook group. I know I've talked about them before. I tend to get a couple of their bottles a year. I think got a new one coming soon. Anxiously waiting for it to get here because it is a double oak version of one of my favorite whiskeys ever, the good old times Mexican vanilla cask, and then finished in stag cask after that. 124 proof. This one I believe is 8 years. The new one is double oaked and 10 years. So super excited to try that. Paid extra for shipping and just patiently waiting, anxiously waiting, just ready for it to be here on my bar so I can try it. Oh, it's definitely candy. Yeah, I love some of these like single barrels that they like name. So this one, like I said, is tropical candied fruit. Tastes like candied tropical fruit. It's actually really good. I think I paid, it's one of the cheaper ones, 50-ish. But yeah, oaks here. I'll put that, I don't know. Stickers are a little holographic there. So it does not do well with the ring light, but that's all right. Very much enjoy the oaked picks I've had so far. Have not had had one average to below average one. It's a down home like honey finish or something like that. It's like honey nut Cheerios is what they called it. It was all right. Not something I'd buy again. I think it's called down home. Never had a down home before. Never even heard of them until that pick, and I was just like, I'll try it. Why not? I've never had a down home. Let's see what it's all about. All right. Nulu has a really solid double. Ooh. Did not see a Nulu double oaked bourbon before. I love Nulu. One of my biggest mistakes bourbon hunting was I was in Louisville at Evergreen Liquors, and they had this shelf of different, like, I don't want to say special releases, but, kind of like best picks. And right next to the Nulu Maple Brulee was a Nulu experimental series finished in like VDN barrels. And I was like, okay, the Maple Brulee, like everyone has had that before. Like it's good, it's great, whatever. I don't think I've ever seen anything about the VDN experimental series. And I bought that instead, and I've regretted it every day since because I've heard nothing but great things about the Maple Brulee, and the VDN is not great. But yeah, I'm going to try to find it and buy it too because that sounds insane. I love the double oak stuff. That's Peerless Double Oaked is one of my favorite double oaks. Woodford Double Oak's great. Actually, another one of my oaked picks. They did a pick with River Roots, and it is a double oaked American whiskey. This was a Christmas release. This is the Santa Special Delivery. River Roots is down here in Cleveland. They are a non-distilling producer and have gotten some crazy barrels. They did a 15-year buff turkey. Sad to have missed out on that one, but it happens. And I love River Roots. Got to go and do a tour there. I feel like I'd seen somewhere that you can't go to their gift shop unless you do a tour. And on that tour, you do basically, you're like what are those called? Like where you bottle it yourself, the bottle your own experience. And then you get to put like a nice little tater sticker on there. Hard Truth Double Oaked Small Batch. Oh! So I just recorded a video earlier about the Hard Truth. I found another Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye, barrel strength, barrel pick, whatever you want to call it, in Fort Myers. So I tried that, and then I'm going to be putting it up against a blind of my other one. Much better because it's like 5 years versus 3 years. I really like that Hard Truth. I feel like Hard Truth is so underrated. Double oaked. I feel like Hard Truth is so underrated. I feel like it's just so it's Indiana whiskey, but not from MGP. So, Indiana's right next door to me. Technically I'm on like closer to the Pennsylvania border than I am the Indiana border, but it might be one of those things where I drive down to Indiana just to find a whole bunch of Hard Truth stuff for a hunt, trying to see as many as I can find. They don't come at all to Ohio. Oh, okay. Shit. I'm going to have to definitely try and find that now. I'll do a little review, maybe do a double oaked blind. But yeah, I wouldn't say everything I've had from Hard Truth. I've only had two things from Hard Truth, but the two things I've had from Hard Truth were great. One was just a little young, needed a little bit more age, but the 5 year was fantastic. That sweet mash rye is so good. But no, I'm so pumped to try to find more Hard Truth stuff. I just need to find some time to get out there. I know next month or I guess technically now this month I'm going to Nashville. Maybe I'll find some down there from Total Wine. Yeah, unfortunately, no Total Wine in Ohio. For whatever reason, Ohio does not like those big chains. I think the closest to chains we have for liquor stores is Giant Eagle and Kroger's, which is two grocery stores that they allow sell liquor. In fact, I feel like Giant Eagle's probably like their favorite because that raffle I just did where I got the birthday bourbon, two Giant Eagles, that's it. One in Cleveland-ish area and then one in Columbus. But they love their Giant Eagles up here. They love their Kroger's. But besides that, like no chain anything for liquor stores. Which is fine because every Total Wine I've been to and I've tried to film in, they say no. They do not like it. Which I feel like all their prices are online. I mean, not sure why, but hey, if you don't want us to film in there, that's fine. But I found my Penelope Fuck Cancer bottles there. I found my Penelope cigar blend there. I like Total Wine. It's just, yeah. What's going on, Anthony? Nice to see you, bro. Hey, cheers, bourbon lover. Great name. I feel like most people in here can agree with your name there. I like that little glass emoji. See, I love those emojis, man. They look so cool. Just a little cartoon glass of whiskey. My farmer's tan is showing. I don't spend much time with my shirt off. I was at baseball games all this past weekend and forgot what sunscreen was for the first day, so I burnt up a little bit. And I always wear hats, so I got a nice little tan line from wearing my hat. So now, fun times at work where I can't wear my hat, sitting at a desk, sitting in meetings and stuff, and people are just staring at my forehead. I'm like, that sucks. Maybe I'll pale up soon. Or the sun starts showing up. I know here in Ohio it's going to start getting up to like 60 degrees, so pretty excited. Been waiting for winter to be over and hopefully be able to wear some t-shirts and shorts, stand out in line, talk to some people at bourbon drops, and enjoy myself. Nothing worse than going and lining up for bourbon and everybody sitting in their car. I feel like that's like, you don't get to talk to anybody. You're just sitting in the car on your phone. Every time I go wait in line, I try to talk to people. A lot of times, people do not want to be on camera. Perfectly fine, but yeah. Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm definitely going to be in Arlington. I don't know if it's this year or next year, but I'm definitely going to be going down to Arlington to watch the Rangers. Got to go to every park, and they're definitely on my list. Super excited because I hear it's a nice park too. But yeah, anytime I make plans to go down to Arlington, I'll hit you up and we'll go do some bourbon hunting together. Oh yeah, yeah. The only thing I've heard bad about like the whole area down there is the traffic and the driving. But I mean, I just had somebody sit there at a yield sign today, waiting for, I don't know if they were waiting for it to turn green or what, but they were sitting there waiting at a yield sign. So Cleveland doesn't have much better drivers here than anywhere else. But no, super excited because Dallas is just one of those cities I want to go to. Arlington, same thing. I mean, it's the same area. Hopefully, I'm not offending you with the grouping together of the cities out there. I know Dallas, Fort Worth, and Arlington are all pretty close to each other. I think the closest I've been there was flying into DFW, coming back from Frankfurt in Germany, and great airport. Not at all perfect. Yeah, no, man. Like, definitely one of those places I'm going to be itching to get to. I think this year I'm going to my bachelor party is going to be not exactly sure where, but it's supposed to be at a place where I've not gone and seen a baseball game yet. So not Texas for sure, because it's like a under 10-hour drive from here. But trying to get to Chicago to see the Cubs and the White Sox, and maybe New York to go see either the Yankees or the Mets. I hate the Yankees, least favorite team. Sorry if anybody's a Yankees fan, but as you can tell, I'm a big Red Sox fan behind me. That is their little poster from 2004. Mentioned it last time. I think I mentioned it during the giveaway too, and I'll mention it every single time because, again, big Red Sox fan. So, I mean, but yeah, definitely going to be going down there. Oh, hell yeah, man. Are there any good places to stop and get whiskey at, or maybe like a little cigar? Dang. What's going on? Shh, Daddy's working. Love the name. Damn it, Yankees fan here. You know, I don't like the Yankees, but I don't mind the fans. So, all good. One of my best friends, she's a big Yankees fan. Her uncle's a big Yankees fan. Fine with the Yankees fan. You know, at the end of the day, I love baseball overall as a sport. So I'm just happy to watch baseball, whether my team wins or loses. Love to see the Red Sox win, but it doesn't happen every year. So, and it will never happen every year. But no, Aaron Judge, and I'll say this as a Red Sox fan, and a lot of Red Sox fans will probably crucify me for this, but I think Aaron Judge is one of the greatest players of all time. I think he'll go down as one of the greatest players of all time. He's exactly what everybody wants. He's a player that everybody would want on their team. I mean, he just plays baseball, and that's it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think my best non-baseball thing I did in Fort Myers was stopping at and I'm not doing this just because, but it literally said the world famous cigar bar. Like, it's in quotations for world famous. Loved it. Oh, Mariners fan. Nice. So I went to T-Mobile Park in 2024 and loved it. So, I mean, got to sit in the bleachers. So right where, like, Julio Rodriguez is sitting there chatting people up, throwing balls, talking to people. Loved it. The energy there is insane. I love those, like, mid-level market teams where, like, you know, your Cleveland's, your Mariners. I want to say the Pirates, but, like, not so much the Pirates. I think the park is beautiful. PNC Park is amazing, but the fans just aren't it. But, like, kind of like that, like the Reds fans too. Like, they're just like, they pack the stadium. They have a great time. They're not necessarily known for winning, but the fan experience is insane. You go there and the crowd is in it. They're enjoying it. Nobody's just sitting there staring at their phones. I think, like, when I went to the Dodgers, like, half the fans are sitting there just staring at their phones, taking pictures. Like, just enjoy the game. Mariners fans know how to enjoy the game. I was rooting for you guys after the Red Sox were out. I wanted a Mariners-Brewers World Series. Two teams who have never won, just fighting it out for one. Unfortunately, did not get to see it. Did not want the Blue Jays to win because they are a rival, but then the Dodgers won, and I was like, well, let's go Blue Jays. But yeah, definitely hell of a season. I think you guys are going to be back in it again this year for sure. Oh, didn't know that you guys had a minor league hockey team. Though I know the Seahawks stadium, I mean, caused was it the minor earthquake? That's the beast quake when Marshawn Lynch rumbled for 60 something yards against the Saints. I think that was the year you guys went like 7-9, won the division, made it, and the Saints had just won a Super Bowl. Drew Brees on the Madden cover, and nobody was picking the Seahawks to beat the Saints in that game, and he just gone. I think that was the start of that little dynasty there. I feel like had you guys handed the ball to Marshawn Lynch, that thing would have turned into a full-on dynasty. The Legion of Boom was like crazy. I loved playing as the Seahawks in Madden. I feel like a lot of people did, just like crazy defense. You had Marshawn Lynch, Russell Wilson. I am a Steelers fan, so I got to, see Russell Wilson play in a Steelers uniform. Just wasn't the same. I was actually in AIT when I was in the Army, watching them beat the Broncos down to a pulp. And that 43-8 game, watching Percy Harvin return that kickoff at the beginning of the second half, I was like, there's no way this guy's not winning MVP. And then I believe it was, what's his name? Not KJ Wright. Oh, Malcolm Smith wins Super Bowl MVP. And I was just like so surprised. I think it was because he had returned a touchdown, a pick for a touchdown. Oh, hey, thank you for your service, man. Thanks, man. Air Force was actually my first choice. The recruiter kept calling me and annoying me, so I ended up going into the Army. Crazy story, but I played rugby in high school. My assistant coach was the Army recruiter nearby and got a whole bunch of us to join the military. But Air Force was my first. My godmother was in the Air Force. My mom was in the Army. Ended up joining the Army. But Air Force, definitely first choice. And then when I was sitting here contemplating with everything, wanting to rejoin the military, Air Force was definitely one of those ones where I was like, do I want to go and do the basic training, become an officer? Ended up decided I'm not going to rejoin. Everything going on right now, I think I'm good. I did my service, and I'm like, it's a young man's game. Feel like I pulled something getting out of bed this morning. I was like, I don't know if that's what they want in the military nowadays, but that's what's going on with me now. I'm like, oh, my legs hurt. I'm so tired. I did a arm day yesterday, and like my arms are still sore. I'm like, I can't even focus on doing anything else. Sucks. But yeah, man, thanks for your service again. Like, a lot of people shit on the Air Force, and I don't know why. But I mean, Air Force and Army basically brothers at that point because Air Force came from the Army. It was like the weather squadron ended up breaking apart and becoming the Air Force. All right. We'll get on to the next pour. So another bottle I got in Louisville, and this one was a little disappointing. And got this at the Old Forester Distillery, and I've seen a lot of the 117 series stuff. So this is the Warehouse Eye Barrels. Comes in at 95 proof. Does not give a date, but one of those ones where I was like waiting and I got one. I was super excited, and yeah. You're an AIT watching the Super Bowl. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's funny. How ironic is that small world? Yeah, I was in AIT in the I don't want to call it a common room, but like in our barracks we had like one room per floor that had like couches, a TV. We had just gotten out of basic training, so like we were like super excited to sit in there, and like really it was just couches and a TV and an air hockey table, pool table, and it was just like we got like a little bit of time every day to go sit in there. Super excited, but yeah. Oh yeah, you told me about the Art of the Spirit bottles last week. I have it on my list. I've not seen one yet, but that is one I probably have to scour the internet for because they won't sell it here in Ohio. But it's definitely on my list. But yeah, no, I again will always love Seahawks fans watching that game. That was just great, and like I don't even hate Peyton Manning, but yeah. Oh no, you're good, man. Oh, nice. So is SOI, is that kind of like your basic training? Or is that like your like, because like for the Army, you do your basic training, then you go to your AIT, and then you go to your first duty station. Yeah, because in my basic training, they didn't get to do anything like that. I know we had a drill instructor, drill sergeant, whatever you want to call them, come in, School of Infantry. Oh, cool. Shit. Dang. No, that's basically both then. Because I know in the Army, you go to Fort Benning, you do your basic training, and then, yeah, and then you go and do your schooling in the same place, I'm assuming. But, Yeah, I think we had a drill sergeant come in and tell us scores. I remember the first game of that season. Peyton Manning threw for I think 7 touchdowns, and he came in. He's like, "Hopefully, you guys had Peyton Manning in your fantasy football leagues, because you're not gonna be able to set it for a while." But he just threw 7 touchdowns against the Ravens, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I hate the Ravens." So I'm a Steelers fan, so hate the Ravens. So I was excited to hear about that. Wow, he was that sure that the Broncos were going to win that he was willing to sign a piece of paper, basically just giving you $500. I feel like 99% of the people knew the Seahawks were going to win. I feel like there were Broncos fans, and then everybody else was just like, I don't know if Peyton Manning can do anything against that defense. Like Peyton Manning was like the Easter Island head statues at that point. He was not moving. Not that he was mobile ever, but hey, appreciate it, man. But yeah, like he was never mobile, man. He was like he might as well have been stuck in a tar pit. That defense ate him up. Though it was fun to see him beat Cam Newton the next year. I feel like Panthers fans got too big for their britches that next year. We're just like, oh yeah, Cam Newton's the next coming of Tom Brady. He's the next Michael Vick, and like it was just a whole thing. Cam Newton was not as good as people thought he was, and I liked Cam Newton. I just like, there's no way that this guy is just a perennial All Star or I guess Pro Bowler. There's no way that he's as good as people think he is. He got his one MVP. That's it. That's it. Made it to one Super Bowl. Just didn't want it. Him sitting there staring at the fumble on the ground. So it was nice to see Payne win one, tie Eli. That's cool. But it was really nice to see the Seahawks smack him down too. Now, I mean, hate the Patriots. So just a big fan of the Giants beating the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl. Really, really wish the Seahawks would have won that Super Bowl. That's a good one. Oh man. Yeah. No, he is. Yeah. I remember him doing that little bootleg play once where nobody thought he was taking the ball and he just walked into the end zone because nobody knew he was going to run because it was Peyton Manning. Wow. Yeah, I mean, as a Seahawks fan, that makes sense. As a glorified 49ers hater, because I don't want them to catch up to the Steelers in Super Bowls, didn't like him either. Didn't like Alex Smith either until he went to Kansas City. Liked him even more in Washington because then I started to hate Kansas City because they were doing really good. But no, I mean, Kaepernick, I feel like was just like he was mobile, but he was never a really good quarterback. He never really, played the position. And I feel like a lot of people like him. You can say whatever you want about like everything else off the field or what he was doing before games, after games, whatever. But like he just did not throw the ball well. I remember that next year he threw 4 interceptions in one game, got benched, and like I don't think he ever really played in another game. Like it was bad. And like he kept wanting another chance, but it was just like if you go and, try out for a team and they don't want you, it's probably just because you suck. That's just me though. If he was truly, truly a good quarterback, I don't care about anything else. Play the game, sure, cool. I just don't think he was a good quarterback. Cool story. I watched his. I think it was like a Netflix mini series. Great quarterback, probably not. He had some crazy plays after Alex Smith got hurt, took him to the Super Bowl. Was rooting for him to beat the Ravens, and then I was like, oh shit, if they win, they tie the Steelers. And then I was like, I don't know who I want. I want both teams to lose the game. And then the Ravens won. And I was like, not as bad as the 49ers tying the Steelers in Super Bowls. And then the Patriots did it. So either way, I guess. I don't think the Steelers are winning. We're not winning another Super Bowl anytime soon. I saw reports that we're looking at Kyler Murray right now. And I'm like, we're not signing Kyler Murray. And if we do, probably going to be 9-8. Well, I guess. Yeah, 9-8 because now it's 17 games. 9-8, make the playoffs, losing the wild card, and go home and be like, hey, another non-losing season, even with Mike Tomlin gone. Not really excited to see what's his nuts from the Packers, and I guess down the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy. Not really excited to see him coach. Always had sour feelings with him and Aaron Rodgers from, I believe it was 2011 from the Super Bowl. Not really a fan of that Super Bowl, watching that fumble there in the fourth quarter. Actually, Rashard Mendenhall was one of my all-time favorite players there for a minute, surprisingly enough. But no, love football, but excited for baseball to be back. It's gonna be a fun season. Just love sports overall. Got done watching a lot of the Olympics. That shit was fun. Group. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. No, big deal. I feel like a lot of people will see like, oh, like special teamer or like practice squad. It is still a big deal to make any professional sports team ever. If you make the minor leagues in baseball, one of the greatest accomplishments of modern day man is making any sort of professional sports team. It's so hard. It's harder to become a professional ball player in any sport than it is to become an astronaut. The amount of people that play sports that make it to that next level is like virtually zero. It's crazy. And to be an Olympian, too, an Olympian is crazy. I feel like not a lot of people give credit to the Olympics. I love the Olympics. So, I mean, like I said, I just got done watching the Winter Olympics, and I watch everything. So I watched both hockey, women's and men's. I watched curling. I was sitting in a bar watching curling intently. I love it. I love anything that I can't do. Like, I can't do it at that level. Like, crazy. I just appreciate, like, the athleticism of these people. And, you know, representing everybody in the country, man. Like, it's crazy to see. Anyone who makes the Olympics is probably, you know, grouped in with the greatest athletes of all time. I don't think I grew up with anybody who went off to play professional anything. I know a few people who went to like D2 colleges. I had a buddy I played rugby with who made a major league rugby team for a summer. And that's about it. But I played against a guy who made the German national rugby team when I lived in Germany. Yeah, curling is definitely shuffleboard on steroids. That's insane. Sitting there watching them do the little sweep. I'm like, this is insane. Like to me, it just looks like they're just chucking the rock and just kind of going, and then they're stopping it. But there's like a whole like system to it. It's crazy. Like I don't understand it at all. But watching it is enticing. I love it. You know, watching skeleton, crazy. I'm a big Lindsey Vonn fan, so it kind of sucked not seeing her do the downhill ski this year. She tore her ACL while training, and then like was like, oh well, I'll go down anyway. Puts on her skis and then gets injured right away. Like destroys her arm. Has to get like, you know, I don't want to say life lighted, but like, you know, carried out of there on a helicopter. And I don't know if she'll ever ski again. She's in her 40s. Crazy. Yeah, not one of those sports that you think there's going to be a lot of chirping. Hockey? Oh, yeah. Curling? Not so much. Yeah, I don't want to downplay what curling is, but it's kind of like sitting there chirping against somebody who you're playing chess with. I feel like it's like the equivalent of that. It's just like, oh, you're really gonna move your pawn there? Like it's just like it takes a lot of skill to be really good at curling, but not as much athleticism. So, and to me, chess is like, there's no athleticism in chess, but the skill you have to be good at chess. I used to think I was good at chess. I was in middle school. A blind kid beat me at chess. Like straight up beat me. Not even close. I was just like, oh, like I'm so good at chess. And He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll play you." I'm like, "All right, I'll go easy on you. You can't even see the board." And he crushed me. And I was like, "Ah, shit, I'm not as good as I thought I was." But it was crazy to see him sit there. He had not the same pieces. So he had some that were like pen caps because some like had to be like different, and it was crazy because he'll sit there and just feel them around and just it was crazy to see. Even crazier to get beat by him. He talked a lot of shit too after. Oh, the hockey chirping is next level, man. Hockey chirping is next level. And then him sitting there like, oh, U.S. got lucky. Like he doesn't have to go back. And I believe he's plays for the Colorado Avalanche, if I'm not mistaken. Connor McDavid. I believe he plays for an American team. And sitting there saying, oh, the USA got lucky. Like the better team lost. And like, well, there was a team that won and a team that lost, and you were on the team that lost. I'm a Penguins fan. Not like super into hockey. Love watching hockey fights. So there is an AHL team in Cleveland called the Cleveland Monsters, and I'll watch that. But I'll pay attention to the Penguins if they make the playoffs. I'll watch the playoffs. But like I'm not really like viewing hockey like crazy like that. But oh my god, yeah, him on I believe it was X sitting there just tweeting it out, just crazy. He was butthurt. Yeah. I don't want to say much, but I think hockey belongs to America right now. I mean, Olympic sweep. We'll see about the Paralympics. I know the U.S. won 4 years ago, so we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. All right. I think this will be my last pour of the live. I know somebody was talking about Winter's Night Dram finally picking one up, so super excited. Oh yeah, got to go there when I went to Saranac Lake for a rugby tournament. I remember seeing the ski, the ramp that they jump off for that crazy like flying thing for the skis. Don't even know what it's called, but crazy. No, that whole area is super nice. Though I was there in the summer, so I'll be going. I think I'm going this year. It's a week before my wedding. So I'm like a little nervous of going and breaking or tearing something or getting a black eye and going to my wedding and people asking a bunch of questions. But super excited to go back up there. I like that area so much. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't think I could ever play hockey because like I have no balance on skates or on my feet. But okay, yeah, I played football my freshman year of high school. I played baseball all the way up through to the end of high school, and I played rugby. Played a little bit of like intramural basketball. I was really short, so I wasn't really good. Um, I played soccer for my unit while I was in the army in Germany. Uh, Now I'm playing like kickball and softball for my company. That's fun, but yeah. Yes, this is definitely overrated for sure. For the price, not worth it. I bought it because I was like, I saw it down in Florida, and I was just like, oh, like 150 bucks. I need to buy it, and then I was just like, I did not check a bag, and so I bought it online, had it shipped to me. By the time I got home, it was there. Waited until the winter to open it up because it's like definitely a nice little winter, cold weather whiskey. 150 bucks, crazy. 90 bucks, I paid 90 bucks for this, I guess. I wouldn't buy 90 bucks for the pay 90 bucks for you know, a batch that I already had, but 90 bucks here and there trying to find a new batch that I like, sure. I don't think I'll ever buy another one of these at 150 or anything even more than that. $150 crazy. 100 bucks, maybe. Maybe if I hear great things about it. It's decent, but not for 150 bucks. But yeah, no, I've played a lot of sports. Will continue to play a lot of sports. I still play rugby. Actually, my new season starts on Tuesday. Ricky, I would say I have close to 200. Dude, kickball is crazy, man. So like, our last game before the winter, like we got crushed in the playoffs. So we all just went and got drunk at a bar nearby, and it was just super fun. I love those little rec sports, like sitting there just like chilling. You just random people that like just got off of work, ready to go play a game of kickball that you'd play in like elementary school during recess, and then just going and getting hammered afterwards because you lost. Like there's no like cohesiveness on the field at all. And then afterwards, it's just hanging out with a bunch of friends. But I play for like a legitimate men's league. We're Division 2 in the U.S. rugby grand scheme of things. Enjoy it a lot. I love rugby. It's my favorite sport to play. In fact, I chose rugby over pretty much everything else in high school, so I couldn't play for my teams, like my high school baseball team, because it was the same season. And so I gave up playing like legitimate baseball instead of like rec travel baseball to play rugby. And I think I made the right choice. I love playing rugby. Though disc golf sounds really fun. I feel like disc golf and ultimate frisbee, I feel like some people see them as like douche sports, but I see them as just super fun. I feel like it's just like playing regular golf. Like it's something you can sit there and have a beer at in between and just kind of have a fun time chilling, having a great time talking to people, doing your thing. But yeah. Oh shit. I'm assuming you played a specific position in softball. You played that long. I was a shortstop in baseball. I don't think I ever played anything else growing up in baseball besides shortstop. For my company team, I'm the captain of the softball team. I play shortstop. That's it. In fact, in kickball, the league I was just in, played shortstop. My first game I did for my company team for kickball, I had a crazy unassisted double play, and I nailed this dude in like the back of the head with a kickball. And I got a little warning because they're like, stop aiming for the head. I was like, I just chucked it. I did not know that he was going to be running that fast. Ended up just chucking it at his head. Oh, nice. See, I could never be in the outfield because I can't track fly balls. I don't know what it is about me. I have bad eyesight overall, but like I can't track fly balls for my life. Catcher sounds hard on the knees. I feel like in softball, I don't know how much harder it is on your knees if you have to actually be in position for a catcher, but first base, I feel like people underestimate first base in any sort of softball league. First base needs to be able to catch that ball, be able to play first base. I feel like that is the most important base because everybody gets on base. My softball team, everyone's like, "Oh, I play first base," and it's never anyone who can actually play first base. And they always get people on, and it just continually loads up the bases, and it's terrible. I feel like first base is so much more important than people think it is. But, that's just me. I feel like nobody's really too much hitting in the outfield, especially in like we do a co-ed for my company. But like nobody's really hitting it too much into the outfield. There's a bunch of, desk people sitting there getting out and playing softball once a year. Some people actually play, but I'm trying to find a softball league right now. This guy that ran my kickball team for the league that I was in the fall has a softball team, and I'm sitting there trying to get in. Like, hey, let me know if you need a shortstop. Like, I can play first base. I can play infield. I can't play outfield, but I was like, let me know if you have a spot open because I'll come in and I'll play. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just got done with the Old Forester 117 series. Never actually had the Statesman. I feel like that's sacrilege at this point, but yeah. That's funny. Oh yeah, you definitely need one there because they're coming in. They're coming in hot. I always wanted to be a pitcher playing baseball. Sucked at it. One of my all-time favorite players growing up was Pedro Martinez, and wanted to be a pitcher. Can't pitch worth shit. I can catch the ball. I can throw the ball from short to first. I can throw the ball from short to second. I can cover second base. Can't throw. I cannot pitch, I should say. I can throw, can't pitch. But first base and co-ed softball, easy. You just have to be able to catch the ball. If you can't catch the ball, can't play first base. If you can catch the ball, you can play first base. Not have the instinct of an actual first baseman, but you can play first base. We got creamed the last couple of years, so super excited to actually be a little more competitive this year. I don't know if it's cheating much, but bringing some friends in, bringing in some ringers. A couple friends I went to Fort Myers with are also longtime baseball players. So super excited to actually have some ball players on the team. Also for your coach, so is this Air Force as in like just a unit team, or is this Air Force as in like when you were in college? Like, did you go to the Air Academy, or is this just like a unit team? I played softball with my unit team when I was in Germany. Super fun. And I remember I did a slide into first base for the hell of it. Throw wasn't even going to be there. Slid into first base just for the hell of it. We were winning by a lot, and I was just like, this would be fun. Tore up my knee. It was just skinned from like upper or lower thigh to like upper shin. Rough. Because for whatever reason, I did not wear my pants. Had some shorts. It was just a rec game, and just tore it all up. Oh, nice. Yeah, dude, those military rec league teams, loved it. I feel like everybody was just so antsy to get back out there because you don't get many opportunities in the military to be able to do that. And they're very careful, very considerate of people like, oh, like, do not get hurt doing this. I know in the Army, if you get sunburned, you can get in trouble for getting sunburned. So, like, but no, I love that stuff. I played soccer for the first time, scored one goal in one whole year, like, I should say season, but travel. Oh, shit. Oh, did not know that. Oh, shit. So, yeah, that's real softball then. So you weren't just playing against military teams. Yeah, like my soccer team that I played for, like we played every team in Germany that was on a military base. And then we ended up winning for Germany and went to like the European tournament of like all U.S. Army European stations. And I believe we took second. I have a picture of the trophy somewhere. I still have my medal too. But like that's just military bases. Like that's not like actually playing actual teams. So you're playing like honestly the best of the best that is not in the MLB. That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get to the point where I have very limited years left of being able to physically play sports. So I'm really trying to push to do as much as I can. I play pickleball, but like I don't want to, really do pickleball up until like I can't run anymore, where I'm not playing rugby, where I'm not, doing all this extra shit. I really want to like play some sports. I need to get like really get into a competitive league. I feel like softball would be fun. Oh, must have had a whole bunch of real good people then. Holy shit. Or a whole base too is crazy. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get to that point where I'm like trying out for a team and just having fun with it. Golf. Yeah, golf is one of those things where like once I'm done playing rugby, I think I'm going to pick up golf. Oh, wow. I mean, still young, like, and I'm sure like people have tried out for the team and made the team years prior and known names, but and you're still playing. That's awesome, man. I have not tried the new Riff Sherry finish. Uh, so no thoughts on my end. So I am not the person to ask for new Riff. I have had one new Riff offering and I hated it. But again, New Riff is a fantastic company that puts out fantastic stuff. It just I don't mesh well with it. But yeah, still playing softball in your 50s, man. Awesome. Keep it up. Like that's what I'm hoping to be able to do. Like I'm sitting here like my knees hurt. I'm getting ready for practice to start. I'm not ready to get hit. I feel like once I get my first hit, then I'll probably be ready. But I'm just like, I'm ready to start doing non-contact sports. But all right, we are at an hour. About to crack the new Old Forester 1924. Have not tried the new one. I love Old Forester 1924, one of my favorites. Let me know what you think. Comment on one of my videos. Let me know what you think, because I want to know if I should be paying. I think it's like 120 here in Ohio. If I should be paying $120 for this thing, because I'm a little worried that the new batch is not as good as I believe it was. I did the 2025 batch. Thanks, man. Yeah, I am like I want to try it, but like $120 for a 10-year-old bourbon. I mean, it's Old Forester's Legacy Distillery, great, but I'm a little on edge about buying a new batch at that price point. But all right, thank you everybody for joining. It is now 9 o'clock. Logging off. I will be back on here from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time next week. Thank you everybody for being engaged. This is super fun sitting here just shooting the shit. So yeah, thanks everybody. Have a great night.